fades, watch the night suffocate, all the light as it smothers the sun. I can tell by the moon you'll be joining me soon as a guest in my fortress of fun. And I can't wait to see you and once again free you, release from your humorless air. Someday I will replace that big frown on your face with a smile and a murderous glare. We are two of a kind, violent, unsound of mind. You're the yin to my yang, can't you see? And if I were to leave, you would crumble in grief. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. You'd be lost, you'd be lost. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. I'm just trying to show you just how well I know you. I understand just how you feel. To your reason, no way, 'cause you had one bad day and your mind let go of the wheel. Still we're fated to battle, you pout and I prattle. Don't you ever tire of this game. But you'll not make it end, 'cause I'm your only friend. We are opposites, but we're the same. We are two of a kind, violent, unsound of mind. You're the yin to my yang, can't you see? And if I were to leave, you would crumble in grief. Facing bats, you'd be lost without me. You'd be lost, you'd be lost. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. We have so many wonderful stories. I have studied the mind of this bat. A hero with no praise or glory, just his cape and his cave and his
So, you know what happened since this game was played? We had a patch. And do you know what happens when we have a patch? I'll show you what happens when we have a patch. When we have a patch, then we don't get to use the overlay. So this is what we freaking get. That means you're not going to be able to see talents because I'm not leaving that up the whole game. I refuse. However, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is game number 1 between Gen.M eSports and Durotan's couch.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Wait, does that work? I was always told you just flat out could not use Ali odds. Interesting. I was lied to you. I was lied to. A lot. Don't look at that. None of you saw that? Yes, hi, cat. I love you very much, I promise. We're going to test this. Oh, gee, burp, 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 burp.
We are two of a kind, violent, unsound of mind. You're the yin to my yang, can't you see? And if I were to leave, you would grumble and grieve. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. You'd be lost. You'd be too. She got nothing in her way, all the walls come crashing down. I'm gonna take her in my arms, we're gonna tear up this town. She gonna teach her how to rock and roll. She gonna teach her how to rock and roll. Hey, she got a fire burning out of control. The baby's gonna teach her how to rock and roll. Yeah, she gonna teach her how to rock and roll. Left, right, straight, she's a glow in the middle of a spinning red ring of light. She got so much soul and she don't even know it. Ain't no venom in her bite. She got
All right, we should be loading in right now. We're gonna find out in a second if Ektar's workaround works. If not, we'll just go ahead and like deal with it. It's not the end of the world, as we know it. We are going back into Infernal Shrines. And yeah, I have 2 Hotmail accounts. No, we don't want to see that. Go away.
For battle, heroes.
Yeah, that didn't work. I probably did something wrong, to be fair, because it like repatched after I left. So I think I loaded the old version, then it loaded the new version. I don't know how to get around it. And you know what? I don't care. We have game number 1 going between Gen.M eSports and Durotan's couch.
The battle begins.
So, first of all, guys, if you look at the NGS homepage, you guys are listed as having the home team on one side and the, away team is on the other side. And when you don't follow that, I know you don't have a caster at the time, but it causes this to happen. It's really easy to fix, but I just felt like bitching. Boop. So here we go. Obviously, there is no delay going on right now because, yeah, there's a button for it. So coming into game number 1, we do have on the blue side of the battlefield Durotan's couch. Captain Wedge is going to play the Maraudin Murden, who is not in the Maraudin skin because he follows the rules. Apish is going to go ahead and be playing the. Why do I not have my? Oh my gosh! I can't do this. I can't even tell what hero that is. Is that Tracer? That's Tracer. We have Ektar playing the Anduin. We do go to have Ace playing Sylvanas. Anduin and Sylvanas, friends forever, don't you know? Wildcard is going to go ahead and be on the Dahaka. We do have Lajika is going to be playing Leoric on the side of Gen.M eSports. Randy Newman is on Chromie. We do go ahead and have Infrafox playing the Stitches. French is going to be coming out here on the Tychus. And lastly, who is lastly? Who have I not said yet? Stop following a hero. Stop it. Stop it. It does look like, no, I got Lishka. Who did I not get? There's someone, oh, Randy Newman. I got confused because there's 2 of them. We do have Randy Newman is going to be playing the Taranda. The Priestess of the Night Elves against the Priest of Stormwind. A lot of damage going to Apish. Apish goes ahead and like blinks away very, very quickly. Does not want to be anywhere near the wrong business end of that minigun. I'm actually like listening to Heaven's Devils right now. It is freaking cool. The novel's okay. It's not the most amazing. But what's cool is that the voice actor of Tychus is the narrator for the book. So you better believe Tychus sounds freaking amazing through the whole thing because it's the same dude. So I guess, okay, brace yourselves. A little bit of damage onto the Stitches here. Does get pulled back by Dahaka, but it is Stitches. Like, not afraid. Looking at our level 1 talents, we do go to Tissue Regeneration, so we're going to have the more durable version of Dahaka, but not the race car one. On the other side, we do have Deep Breathing, up to 4 stacks at the moment. So we have Infofox coming through. Wedge comes in and goes ahead and lightning crushes him. Actually, I think it's Thunder. You know, I shouldn't. Here's the thing, I think, actually, you know what? I can find out. I don't have to think. Thinking is overrated. I can't. Oh my gosh, this overlay. Until the guy I'm targeting dies, I can't leave. There we go. Clicking on people is dangerous. That's what I'm learning. And let's get dangerous. Duckwing duck. We do go and have Stitch. Oh, a big collapse. Apish is getting the heck out of dodge. Says, I want nothing to do with this. And we do go and have the lower casual camp going the way of Gen.M eSports. So there's a lot of moving in. French goes ahead and dashes forward. Goes ahead and puts a few bullets into Tracer. You're going to need more than that. Tracer is great at taking bullets. Logic goes ahead and runs away. Wildcard was getting a little bit of a duel going on. First shrine will be up top. It is active. It will be an arcane shrine. So we'll have to see what happens to that. No one currently going for the shaman camp on the side of Gen.M eSports. Oh, look at that spray coming out, guys. Be a little careful with that there spray there. I've often thought, you know, oh, I missed April Fool's. I'm a num-num. I should have casted April Fool's using my Hick accent for the entire cast. That'd be amazing. Ektar taking a lot of damage, and Ektar will be the bloodlust of this game. Ektar gets taken right on out. Says, you, sir, go back to the Hall of Storms and think about what you did. Wedge is the next one to be targeted, who does go ahead and run back. There's the little kissy owl come back and being like, you know, if you don't run away. Meow. That's what my cat says. I don't know if you can hear my co-caster, and it's very important that you're able to. So we do go ahead and have the Captain Wedge in the middle. Wildcard and Ace are riding up. It does look like we're already halfway up. They're not really committing a lot of resources to actually get this done. And Ektar goes burb. Because Ektar's a bird. Actually, what kind of burb was that? Was that like a mackerel? Was that a mockingjay? Was that a tire mark? There's Wildcard getting pulled away, but then a little bit of a, I swear, Stitches and Animate are so possessive. Switch is like, he's mine, and it was like, he's mine. That's very possible, Ektar. Here's the thing, I don't think, oh my gosh, I think I just snorted. I don't actually think the things I'm going to say through. I just sort of like, there was more of that sentence, but it's gone now. Wildcard in the middle of slowing sands, so let's go ahead and move around. I'm surprised that we're so, like, we're just A-ramming here below the point. Like, no one's really focused on actually getting this protector. Is it because at certain minute marks the protector gets stronger? Is it an old Warhead situation where you wait until the 2-minute mark to one-shot the fountain? Until, whoopsie, that doesn't work anymore. Alright, it does look like we now have an Arcane Punisher joining us in battle. And by us, I mean you. Here comes the Punisher. Here comes the Punisher. Does go ahead and do a little leap, but is not able to stun anyone. Nice job with the teleport out of there by Ace. Ace went ahead and just went boop boop. That's the very official term for that. We do have it being cleaned up, and they actually... The Punisher dies before any of the buildings do. Now, they do go ahead and get rid of the tower after that. Also, you guys notice that Ektar didn't answer? He, like, pointed out that my question didn't make a lot of sense, but he didn't actually answer the question of what kind of burb he was. Alright, another little kissy owl comes out. We are at level 10 currently on the side of Durotan's couch. Yep, Durotan's couch. We have Wailing Arrow coming out for Sylvanas, Avatar, Isolation, Quantum Spike, and Light Bomb. You can tell which ults I knew the names of, because the ones I didn't, I had to mouse over. Oh, got it. That makes sense. I actually thought you were saying BRB, but you were being cute. I apologize. I should not assume that you're being cute. I'm always trying my best to be cute. Doc is ready to use Brush Stalker. Really, really wanted everyone to know that, so I wanted all of you to know that in case you were like listening but not watching. Very important for the understanding of this game. We do go ahead and have Gen.M eSports down here looking at the bottom camp but not actually taking it just yet. But while they're piddle paddling down here, we have a big push happening to middle. That's a very, very technical term, piddle paddle. Alright, rotation comes around. It does look like Captain Wedge is coming down here to take care of the bottom camp. Meanwhile, never mind, just says, you know what, the bottom camp's probably fine. I'm sure it won't do anything like all of the damage to my towers. That's crazy. Won't ever happen, you're nuts. Meanwhile, we do go and have an invade happening up here onto the Shaman camp. In a Fox looking in, there is the Slowing Sands. Wedge is getting zoned out. Here is Logicalia. Nice, nice sidestep. Logicalia is right in the middle of everything. Turns into unstoppable and then moves back. Wildcard goes in and gets his tongue where it matters. We do go and have Tygus being taken out. There is a jail being put up on Wildcard, but Wildcard was like raised in jail, was born in it. Logicalia and Apish are going back and forth, fighting for everything they have. But no, the Murden comes in and goes in and says, get out of here, Skeleton King. Skeleton never stood up to a Dwarven axe. We do go in and have Durotan scouts moving in here. Ektar goes in and gets stolen. To be fair, I actually think the Skeleton would have more to fear from a Dwarven hammer than a Dwarven axe. Like, bludgeoning damage is traditionally very, very, very effective against the undead. And yes, indeed, he did get the whole wall. Look at me. I'm a future psychic. So we do go ahead and have, this is going to be a Mortar Punisher, and it looks like it's coming out under the tutelage. Is that a word, tutelage? Tutelage of Gen.M eSports. Hi, kitty. So we do have the Mortar Punisher moving forward, looking for this. InfoFox is going to take the jump, but InfoFox can knock it out of the way and will get immediately stunned. There is a nice Slowing Sands, really, really, really delaying the follow-up on that stun, so InfoFox is just perfectly fine. You go and have the stun happening one more time, but meanwhile there's a big rotation coming up here to the top lane. They're trying to push in. Logicalia is going to be in a lot of pain in just a second as this pushes in. We do have Murden nearby, and here comes InfoFox. Wildcard is like, you know what? We kind of let our whole wall die. Let me see if I can kill their whole wall. Oh, ow, ow, ow! Hey, guess what? I missed that, but I have a, I have a cheat button. So there's Apish. Apish goes in on random and says, I want to get you, Krummy, I want to get you, Krummy, I want to get you, Krummy. Oh, crap! Nice hook, actually, caught people. Well, yeah, I know Ektar, and so I'm saying, is it a valid way of saying that they are going to basically take the Protector under their wing, be like, Protector, you are wild, you are just out here, like, hating the world, but we're going to bring you into Durotan Scouts, we're going to teach you how to fight the forces of hell. First, we're going to go over here, because basically it's a, wild thing that kind of joins your party. Like, I kind of feel like whenever you pick up a mercenary camp, you're kind of taking them under your wing, so I don't know if tutelage is actually valid, but I kind of like saying it. I think it works. Wildcard says, get away, she's busy. No, she doesn't have time for you right now. Oh, Ace getting very, very low. Legicalia wants this. Is getting in on top of Sylvanas. What will happen? What will occur? Ace is trying. No, they do go and send the ghost back to the ghost realm. And the Banshee Queen says, yep, I'm the better ghost. I'm the better ghost. But meanwhile, down below, cheat button again. The best cheat button. We have a nice 4-man. But yeah, this is 3 versus 4, so we can kind of see why what's about to happen is about to happen. That is when they get that killed, but then we have a immediately counter kill onto Wedge. Wedge ran in there. Apefish also goes down. No, Wedge didn't die. I didn't pay attention. I apologize. Wildcard came in, but it was a little too late. Cat. This looks like the Randys in French. I'm gonna go over here and tutelage some. I'm not gonna do that. There is a logical flow to it, but it is kind of it doesn't flow phonetically. We do go and have a shrine activating coming up in 20 seconds. This should be frozen, and it indeed is. I will tell you, actually, right now, whenever I actually play, whenever my team has a match, I lock the cats out of the room. Wedge goes ahead and kind of leaps over. Gets back into the safety of not being in the entomb. So we do go and have a nice assault coming through. Bunch of big old damage coming through. Right now, Dahaka and Leoric are fighting up top. It's a 4 versus 4 down here. Nice big slow goes through, but oh my goodness, that was a massive stun. Hit a bunch of people. The light bomb just went ahead and just crippled them. We do go and have Tracer goes in and gets back very, very quickly. Wildcard did come into this fight. That means Leoric is all by himself up top, and he is sad. I was having a battle with a dreaded foe, and then he ditched me. This is worse than the blind date I never had. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Oh my god. There's Apefish once again. Let's go ahead and take out the little Chromie. Chromie doodle. Do, do, do. The Chromie doodle.
Summoned a frozen Punisher.
Punisher is moving in, but the blue team is moving the other way. They are going to go ahead and take the bottom, get maximum pressure coming down this bottom lane. This is picked up by Wedge and Apefish. I just remembered it's a fish. We've been over this before. Clearly, that's what I meant earlier by mackerel. Please ignore what I just said. I remembered that, like, right now. Total lie. I was making that reference the whole time. Alright, there the stun comes in. Info Fox comes in and moves back. Gets rooted. Gets frozen. Little Stitch's buns are would be getting out very, very cold, except I don't think he can feel them. I still think Stitch's origins are hilarious, because it's like everyone else in the game was like some sort of epic hero and involved in a lot of stuff, and Stitch's was just the end of some quest in Darkshire. Oh, Logicalia taking a lot of damage up top. We have Apefish going in once again, trying to get Randy Newman. There is the stasis. Wildcard comes in, goes ahead and gets the tongue out. Fort goes down. Very, very, very low health bars on the side of Gen.M eSports. Thank you very much for the follow. I do have follow alerts turned off, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, and they're all, well, okay, most of them are StarCraft. Oh, I thought you were counting Kira and Orphea. However, I will also say that every single hero that you just listed came out after Stitches. Stitches was in Alpha. So my statement's still true. I thought they were beta. I didn't think they were in the original release. I thought they were actually released during the beta. I might not remember though. I definitely remember that Murky was not in the game when I started playing, because I remember his release and all the anger it caused. We do have Logicalia being chased down by a wildcard up here. A lot of people coming in here, and the rest of his team just kind of leaving him to die. Just be like, okay, good luck, bro. Alright, we do go another shrine coming out. There is the big hook coming out. Right now, Hector is sitting back there and being like, oh my god, Raka's been playing since then and she still's terrible? Shut up! I didn't actually start learning to play until like a year ago. Like, I just like goofed around in Quick Match and had fun and whatever. We have the shrine coming up. Is this going to be back to Arcane? It is. There is Ace coming back. It does go in the Hearth out, or not Hearth out, but get out of there very quickly. Stitches did go Putrid Bile, so cannot abduct anyone. I can pull you in, I just can't keep you. Alright, a lot of damage on the Infrafox. Here is the engagement coming in. Wedge goes big, and Silencing Tomb comes out. Not a lot that Sylvanas can do. Ektar getting very low, but Infrafox and Durotan are both out of the fight. Ektar is being chased down by Leoric. Will he survive? The answer so far looks yes. Wedge is here, Ace is here. Ektar is running behind his big burly dwarf friend. And there goes the Leoric. Ektar, after this game, I'm going to look this up. I'm curious now. But we are going ahead. It does look like this is where Durotan's couch is likely marching towards the end of the game. They are going through this fort. They didn't went through this one because the wall was already down. And they've got 20 seconds before their opponents are back up. There's also a camp pushing down here, so it looks like this fort is not long for this world. It doesn't make a huge bit of difference if they can actually end before this thing gets here. But even if not, it means there'll be continuous pressure coming through the bottom of the map. GG's is called, and there we go. Alright, thank you, Ace. Like, that was the thing, I was like, I do not remember time Hammer was not in the game. I remember her being talked about a lot in April, but, or in Alpha, but, because there was a lot of people who said that Hammer should have been Edmund Duke, and then the, like, counterpoint was that Blizzard said that actually Hammer was designed as Duke, but then a lot of people don't really associate Duke with a siege tank, so it didn't really make sense. So they ended up creating a new character. I'm still very much in the camp that Blaze should be Guy Montov, though. I'm still very, very annoyed with Blaze as a character. Like, we've got a fire bat hero. Hello? Kitty. Alright, with that being said, what is F451? I don't know this story. Is that the thing that caused Cerberus to stop existing? Let's look at stats real quick before we get going, before we get out of here. We do go ahead and have, in terms of healing, Ektar does win the healing race, putting Grandy Newman into the ground. But that's it. Oh my gosh, I can scroll around a bit. I did not realize this. Whee! But granted, like you said, Anduin should be out healing Tyrande. Tyrande isn't really known as a, like, solo healer. A lot of what she brings is the utility. In terms of damage, we do have French leading the way with 57,000. Ace comes in with 46, and Afish is coming in with 45. And then we do go ahead and have 25,000 Soak, Wildcard winning that particular race. Talents, we got those. Here they are. Though granted, I think everyone here is in the game, so you already know your own talents. So I'll go ahead and load up game number 2. But as always, I want to make sure that you guys are aware that we have a charity drive coming up in about a month. Here's all of its details, although you've probably seen this video before. Hey everybody, we're going to go ahead and get into the next game in just a second, I promise. But while we're in between, I did want to let you know that on May 6th, 7th, and 8th, I'm going to be participating in Game On and Lupus for the Lupus Foundation of America. If you type !charity in chat, you can find out a link to the donation page. If you type in !bosses, you can see all of the bosses we got ready to go, because we are dedicating the weekend in order to overcoming adversity. So there's just a bunch of bosses that I've got queued up. Saves are ready, and we're going to be overcoming them, having fun, beating some of the biggest challenges that I've run into in my gaming career, and ending Lupus. I do actually really like that song. That's like one of my theme songs. But we are in game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on Dragonshire, the Shire of Dragons. We do go ahead and have a zoning in on the blue side of the map. Thank you very much for keeping the teams on the same side. That gets so confusing. We have Wedge coming in here on the recently talked about Guy Montov. We do go have Ektar playing the Rhaegar. Ace is going to be on Maiev. Wildcard is back once again on the Dahaka. And Afish is going to be playing the Junkrat. On the other side of the battlefield, we do have French on the Kael'thas. Randy Newman is going to be on Lucio. Oh my goodness. We do have Infofox on Diablo. Logicalia is dancing around on the best character on this map, Rexar, and also Misha. And the other Randy Newman is Falstad. So here comes everyone kind of bouncing around like a clown. A little bit of a battle in the middle of the map right quick. Lots of damage living right here. You do go ahead and have this being taken care of right quick. Fantastic, it died. I'm free again. I'm sure it is, but who is that? Like, again, that's the thing. Guy Montov actually exists and is in the lore. So I'm going to go by that because he actually is a real character. Obviously, I'm not really trying to say Blaze doesn't exist, but it does bother me. I don't know why we invented a brand new character when we already had some. Very frustrating.
You think yourself worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power?
Wildcard taking a decent bit of damage. Logicalia is running in here, trying to go ahead and hunt him some dinosaurs. I'll be the first to admit Guy Montag is pretty much, like, I know almost nothing about him other than he exists, but that's more than I know about Blaze. Ektar? Ektar, your friend died? Your brother is no longer among us? We do go ahead and have Wedge and a fish down here. Alright, he's gonna take it out. Infofox hiding in a bush, waiting to see if someone steps out of position, waiting for someone to be assailable. And there is his chance. A fish was too far away and did not get wall slammed, but is going to go ahead and get introduced to some grenades. In the grenades. My death is really quite a boom. In the grenades. Big push in here. I like this. If you can actually take this out, you really cripple Rexar. Speaking of cripple Rexar, bye-bye Misha. Bye-bye Mish. Bye-bye happiness. Wait. A, Jeopardy is still making new episodes, and B, what? Nani the heck? Oh, Wildcard may have overstayed his welcome, is being escorted out. Ace is in here. Ace is like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. And indeed, we do go ahead and have both Misha and Rexar being very cruelly removed from the map. However, while this is happening down at the bottom area of the map, we have Junkrat once again going to the big barbecue in the sky. You got a little stun factory going on. Diablo's like, I'm gonna stun you, and then Wedge is like, well, I'm gonna stun you. And the Dragon Knight says, roar! I'm sorry, sometimes I'm just an idiot, and I amuse myself because I'm just an idiot. I'm just glad you guys put up with me. I do like that optimization coming out of the Dragon Knight, where you went up here to just stay within range of 1 cannon instead of 2. Definitely why we're getting this much value, but meanwhile down below, we have a battle going on to Diablo. Let's see how that happened. Info Fox trying to go through, but continuously getting slowed. These are a lot of really, really nice talents coming out, just not letting that happen. Wedge goes in and overextends just a bit, goes in and takes some cannon fire, and is going ahead and waddling on back. Waddle's probably the wrong word.
The power is yours no longer. Blue team has destroyed a fort.
So we do have the middle fort being cleaned up, taken out. Bottom one is taking some aggression. Here comes French getting pulled forward. But we'll be A-okay. We do go in and have Wildcard moving up here. Once again, the battle continues. I'm sorry for focusing on the offlaners so much, but I love offlaners. So here we go. The fight is on. With that being said, we do go in and have Big Tongue comes out. Rexar would have a little bit of, is knocked down to about a half health. Wildcard has to move on back. A move back. A move back. We do go in and have the Giants being picked up right now by Ace and Ektar. And also a fish. We can't forget a fish. We do go in and have the stun coming on Captain Wedge. Ace comes in. Info Fox in the middle of a lot of pain. Gonna have a hard time getting out of there. Mr. Dibbles. However, even harder is going to be Ace. Ace is like, okay, I'm going to sit here and body block you. And Dibbles is like, okay, I've got a massive, like, wrestler body and you're made of paper? And Ace is like, I may not have thought this all the way through. A lot of threatening coming through. We do have one siege giant. Continue to go through. I love these giants. Like, dude picked up a shield and a helmet, and he's like, okay, I'm ready to go. This is armor. Ow. Okay, that was perfectly timed. Oh, that was great.
Is dead. Remind this kingdom of his strength.
Alright, we do have the bottom shrine being captured by Gen.M eSports. Logicallia not really willing to go out there. Like, you can send Misha up there. Okay, they did have that ready. Misha Bear did go ahead and use the charge already.
Hero slain.
Oh, but Junkrat gets taken out. And here comes the bottom of the map. Wildcard is fighting with Misha, but here we go. Falset is flying up, not protecting middle, but no one's heading that way just yet. Here is the rotation in. Big fight happening right here. We do go ahead and have Kale Thos going ahead and getting stunned. Info Fox is going to be following the way of the Kale in just a second. Or maybe not. Maybe he's like, no, actually my way of the Kale means I'm on a vegetarian diet. Only souls and broccoli. So, different Kale. There is, oh, nice stun. I like that interplay where you're like, you have to come this way, and then Blaze is like, if you come this way, you're getting stunned. Palpatine rock in a sucky place. There's the pull out on Info Fox. We have XR down to about half health. There's a big old bomb. Did go ahead and get the swipe, but did not quite connect it onto Info Fox. Here is the bottle. Another bottle. We do go ahead and have Diablo being taken out, but we'll go back to having 25 souls. Like, that didn't change the most recent patch, did it? I'm just gonna check. I'm not going to check. Oh my god, I hate this overlay. So there we have a Dragon Knight moving through. We have a Dragon Breath and a Dragon Keep. Captain Wedge moving forward, as is a fish. They are planning on moving in here. Here's the thing. Is Wedge actually your captain, or is it someone else? And if Wedge ever stops being captain, do you make him change his BNet name?
was never yours to keep.
Here's a lot of damage. Damage. Alright, there's the big Riptire coming out. Riptire moves forward, tries to get a lot of these, catches, and we do go and have Kale Thoughts being removed very, very quickly. Did not lose the Convection stacks because did not take Stupid Talents. However, Misha goes down and then Rexar goes down. I think you actually get more experience doing it that way because you get the 1/4 of a kill for killing Misha and then you get the full kill for killing Rexar. It's a bit of optimization of experience when that happens. We do have 2 people down. Oh my goodness, I discovered your secret? We do go and have a lot of damage coming into the model. They are holding this off, but meanwhile Dahaka's in the middle. Brandy moves up there and trying to like chase him off. Get out of here. Alright, it does look like Durotan's couch going to move up here and go ahead and try and take these Siege Giants right quick. While the other half of the team is moving up here towards this Bruiser camp. Meanwhile, Wildcard is da-dum. Da-dum. I can't keep singing the song because he actually stopped da-ding. They want to turn the entire map blue. They've got every camp right now, and they're like, can we do it? Is this the Sacred Prophecy? It is getting scouted out by Misha. They know you're here.
And Moon, put an end to this cursed realm.
Here's everyone else. We do have boars going out. Misha goes in and gets tongued, but there's a lot of damage. The Apocalypse goes out. Bunker Bows is down. We do have Misha being taken back to the... I can't even say back to the Hall of Storms. Going back to Rexar's pocket for a little bit, and then she'll come back out. Dragon Knight is back out. They went in and got that secured while their opponents were trying to defend their top fort. All 3 forts on the side of Gen.M are no longer with us. There's a big old kick. You'll like this one, you better. A lot of damage coming through. Dragon Knight taking some shots from the fort. He's down to about 75% health at the moment. Big Riptire catches 3 people. He is hunting in. Misha going to take out. Why are you guys so mean to Misha? It's just a bear. Big old Pyroboss came out and did not actually connect with anything. That's a very, very delayed call out of that happening. Oh, Bankai, hello. We're in the middle of the second game of a replay cast right now, so there is no delay. This is Durotan's couch going up against Gen.M eSports. We are on a death march for the core. We've taken out the middle keep. We have not yet taken out the final keep.
That beast is not my
Captain Wedge! Captain Wedge gonna go in and get hit on by, oh, nice gust right into the middle of the killing fields. We do go in and have a lot going in, but actually not the Helpers are not going down as fast as I thought they would. And we actually have to kill onto Lucio and also Falstad. Logicalia is taking a lot, but Infofox is right in the middle. Infofox going to take everyone on? Probably not. Infofox is like, this is a terrible idea, but a tongue goes ahead and laps out, goes in and catches Infofox by the tail, and like pulls him back into danger. A lot of damage coming on out of here. Big ol' Infofox charges through. He is not giving up on this. There's a Riptire coming through, going ahead and, oh, trying to catch people. Oh, there's Logicalia. Not going to get out of here. Got a little bit too close to a rolling explosive. Wedge actually got, like, combo mealed right there. Was it, got stunned into, also damage was landing. Here is Ektar, here is Ektar. Diablo does go down. We are down to 3 defenders against 5 attackers. There is a big ol' power blast came up, but did not take out Ektar. Your world is upside down. Would you go and have Randy Newman flying back? But the core is down to 70%. It's down to 30%. I don't know why I said 70. It was very clearly like 40. I know my numbers, I promise. I also know that game number 2 has been taken by Durotan's couch. Congratulations, one and all. Looking at the stats at the end of the game, we do go ahead and have. All this can fade out, I promise. The healing war is won by Ektar, doing 59,000 healing over the course of the game. Hero damage, we do have 59,000 from Ace, 58,000 from a fish. So big fight between the two of them. Ace narrowly won out, but only like by 600 experience. We do go ahead and get the French coming in. The French! He's coming in third. We do get, in terms of soak, Ace leading the way with 13,000. Talents, we got those. Here they are. Copy them down. Use them. Normally, this is where I have an interview, but I don't do interview on ReplayCast. Are you crazy? You guys don't remember what happened? Okay, you guys are nuts, and I love it. But with that being said, thank you very much. That does conclude our series. Good. Okay, fine. I'll be in lobby 2. No, I won't. I'll be in lobby 3. Why are so many lobbies in use?
I have no idea.
It's Thursday.
Here's the
Benkai's
thing.
just here. He's already rated. Benkai, what are you doing in lobby 4? He's right here.
Also,
He just
lobby
hasn't
2 are the
finished
people
yet.
I interviewed at the end of my last series. Get out!
They're just chilling. Hey, it's just a lobby. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they're just in a Storm League game now. You don't know.
Yeah, remember when we were just streaming a Storm League game just cause? That was fun.
I just wanted to be there, guys.
Hi, Benki. How are you doing?
There.
And we freed up another lobby. Look at us go.
We're super
All right, I'll leave you
efficient.
guys alone. GG's.
GG's, thanks for the raid and thanks for the fun. I enjoyed watching the RGG set.
Oh yeah, thanks. See you guys. Enjoy yourself.
Bye.
I am half tempted to like, okay, let's just go to lobby 2 and start the interview, and the people in there doing Storm League will be like, wait, what?
Our comms are really cluttered. What's up with that?
Why is someone asking about what we did on Infernal Shrines?
This is Sky Temple. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Well, it shouldn't be. Okay, so going back to game number 1, now I have to remember what happened.
Game
I'm
number
gonna
1,
confuse you
which
even
was
further.
actually game number 2 in the way that it was actually played.
Dragonshire is actually game number 1, but we'll roll with you.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it was reported backwards then,
Well, blame Wedge.
because
We all
definitely
see
when I click the link,
Kira's profile. Wedge, how'd you do?
I'm hoping this isn't me being dumb and I can blame it on someone else.
Ooh, let's see. Durton's couch.
There we go. Nope, definitely in the right order.
Uh-oh.
No, okay, that's just me then. Dang it.
Well,
But okay, going back to the game we just saw, which is game number 1.
okay.
So you guys did a really so here's kind of the big, but actually kind of both games actually. There was a lot of moving around the map, a lot of back and forth action. At times, I kind of felt like you would send someone up to help the offlaner, but the other 3 members of your team would not realize that you didn't have all 4 members, because it just sort of felt like you'd engage anytime you saw an opening, and you'd be like, "Wait, this is a terrible idea."
That is a issue between, I don't know, the headset, the 2 pads of the headset. I've got no answers for you there, because I can tell you I am very active in comms about yelling where I'm going more than I should be.
We also make it a habit on Dragonshire to take that Bruiser Camp very early, and quite often that is exactly me and Ace going, and then going into top lane to put some pressure on, because Dahaka is a losing matchup into Rexar. So we try to make it a little bit more in our favor. So any issue that happens in bot lane is either a really good play from our opponents or a less good play from our teammates.
Yeah, because we can't lose the top objective while we have a healer, a DPS, and an offlaner up top. Like, there's no way we should ever lose top points. So there's no reason to contest bottom. You just sit on the wall and soak. But you know, it happens sometimes.
Also, Infofox has been quite outspoken about not respecting Rexar in competitive specifically. Rhaegar, yeah. Which is why we left him up and were able to pick him, and weren't worried about them taking him away from us, even though I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they had first pick.
Oh, that's very interesting to know. Huh. Oh, I am sad though. When you first said that about not respecting Rexar, I'm like, oh, so there was like infighting going on in the opposite team the whole game? Why'd you take that hero?
No, sorry.
Rexar and Rhaegar are
yeah,
the two
they had
closest and
first
most confused. Yeah.
They are. It's one of those things that I'm sure they didn't really think about it because when they were introduced, they were not introduced anywhere near each other. But then Heroes
the one
comes
that
along.
sometimes gets me is when there's a Kel'Thuzad in the game and people refer to him as KT.
Yeah, because that's what he was in WoW.
Sure. But in this game,
but
KT
in Heroes,
is
he's
Kel'Thas.
KTZ. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, in WoW, Kel'Thas was also KT, but they're never going to be spoken in the same sentence.
I feel like
Wait, is this same?
In WoW, you're right. In War 3, though, typically KT was Kel'Thuzad, and Kel'Thas was, I think it was, I forget what his abbreviation was, but he came second, so he didn't get KT. Because in Warcraft 3, the Blood Mage champion was released in the expansion.
Kultiras. Oh no, that might be a city. That's a
city.
Yeah.
But somehow I think it was like Thos or something. I forget what they called him. It was something dumb. Anyway, if I can actually formulate reasonable questions. So you did bring out the Maiev here and had one of my favorite combos that you guys did is where Maiev would pull someone back and then Blades would charge into the position. So either you got pulled there or you walked there and you couldn't do anything about it.
And then you get pulled anyway because you can't move away while you're stunned. Yeah, it's a classic Maiev combo. It's almost required to make her function at maximum efficiency. Is that you just have a second form of CC that it's either get hit by one or get hit by the other. Malfurion Roots is one that Ektar is extremely good at. We don't pull it out very often, but any form of that kind of secondary CC, either from the tank or the healer, is incredible at making sure the Maiev pulls stick and add 2 layers of CC and displacement.
And then the last question I had about this game is I did see very, very often I see people prioritizing bottom lane, but it did seem like a lot of the time, especially like the first Dragon Knight went to mid fort, and even I feel like mid fort died before bottom fort did, even though they both obviously did go down.
Generally during DK phase, especially early, it's better to have the team split away from the DK, so the team can either, if they defend the DK with, most of the team, 3 to 4 of them, you step back and let the rest of the team push. When they rotate down to defend the team, you kick whoever's left defending the DK away and then push with the DK and then retreat the rest of the team. So you just play this back and forth game where you get incremental damage on both mid and bottom. And that's a really effective way to just not all in the same location, because area of effect abilities and all that stuff will just shred an entire team that's sitting under a DK, and it's hard to push in. So that's often why it's better to execute that.
All right, makes a lot of sense. So going to the second game of the series, which was Infernal Shrines, I just suddenly looked back and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on in chat. So
is Banky and us figuring out what replay is actually going to be casted. So wouldn't worry about it.
Wow, Ektar?
What?
Ektar's just like, I want all of my games casted by all of the casters?
Yeah, because I support all of the casters by watching enough to accrue channel points.
and that makes sense, but you don't need to have every single game cast by every single caster. You gotta sit here and have this like archive of like, okay, game 1, here's 20 different VODs, game 2, here's 20 different VODs.
I don't think I've ever had someone cast a game that someone else had already cast. I don't think I've done that yet.
We try not to.
Speaking of collecting a cast from every caster, we were picked up by Crushinator, but he had to dip out from casting it in our match. Was that yesterday?
On Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Because I was a bully.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I
We
will
still don't have
co-cast with.
Crushinator cast for the season.
Supposedly, I will get a co-cast with Crushinator at some point. We keep saying we'll do it, but we never do. I swear, the two of us cast at the same time every week. So
That is my relationship with most of my old coworkers. In fact, there was one time where a coworker was saying, "Hey, we should make plans soon." I'm like, "Yeah, we should definitely do that." And in my head thinking, this is a polite conversation and we're never going to make plans. And then he's like, "Cool. So how about this Saturday? I'm free after 7." I'm like, "Wait."
Oops.
crap. So, but yeah, Infernal Shrines, I have to remember what happened on Infernal Shrines. Infernal Shrines was very, very interesting. It actually felt like early in the game they had a bit of an advantage. They got the first couple of kills on you. What did you change, or was it just that Tins came online?
God, that game is so unfortunate for Gen.M.
Oh, gosh.
In excess of 80% of the hooks landed onto Tracer when they had recall available. And that's like almost Gen.M's entire composition is land hook into chromie damage and lunar flare plus armor cut plus Tychus damage kills anyone on our team that doesn't recall. Except they always hit Tracer. And so almost none of their hooks led to anything. And once hook is down, Stitches is kind of just a subpar tank. And that not finding any value off of that meant that we were pretty much always at a slight advantage going into fights.
So what I'm hearing is your Tracer played out of her mind and just kept blinking into hooks in order to make these Stitches less viable?
I can't let you compliment Afish that strongly, so I'm going to say that Afish wasn't paying any attention until the hook already landed and then just mashed the E key.
The Get Down, Mr. President plan was not the intended. But, it occurred.
It also saved me a pull cooldown like 8 different times, because if it hits somebody else, then I have to commit that, and they probably take a bunch of damage while they're leaving. Ended up working out really good for us.
This has nothing to do with anything, but let me just also say I really like the Anduin skin you were using. I don't know why, but it looked very, very pretty. Elos Loth, welcome back, everyone. We're actually in the winner's interview for a replay cast, which is weird and not something we usually do, but heck it, we're going.
Yo, they're in Lobby 5. Hold on, they could join us too.
I also like Neo President Anduin, and if
Don't
if
you call it
support,
like Robin Anduin?
if you support NGS via Patreon, you might be seeing some of them pretty soon.
Ooh.
Some of who? Neo President Anduin?
Yes.
Interesting.
Dropping cryptic hints in the replay cast.
Ooh. Aren't you all glad you rated in just now to find out the inside scoop?
All the swag that you can ever want from NGS Patreon at patreon.com/Nexus Gaming Series.
Wait.
You can tell when the caster tabs out of the game because their mouse cursor causes the screen to move really far away.
Actually, what is fun is that I didn't tab out, but I reached over and started typing on my other keyboard and hit the mouse with the side of my arm. So, you can't tell, but you can kind of tell.
Oh, no, it's Heroes Nexus Gaming Series. Look what I've done. Because it's the old one. Don't worry, it's also in the lore section of why we have 2 Patreons.
Wait, is there actually a second
Ace
Patreon?
next Ace, next April Fools, I want you to release a full
documentary series
in the style of you played Warcraft 3. You know, all of these
No, I haven't.
Diablo 3. All of the Lacdanan lore satchels that you
Oh
can pick up.
where you just pick up Kane's books that he's lost around the map, and it's like,
yeah, and he describes what a
was the
Khazra
most
is.
powerful of the four.
Yeah, I
of
want
the
exactly
nine.
that,
Yeah,
but an NGS lore.
this is a great interview.
I'm totally into it. I want to help now.
Oh, goodness.
The only problem is I can't do a Deckard impression very well.
You could do Leah.
That is true.
True.
I'd have to study, but I probably could. What is stupid is that in terms of impressions, I do Sonya Leap and, weirdly enough, Illidan very well.
Oh, I'm not prepared for that.
No, it actually takes me some preparation. I have to, throw my larynx out.
That sounds uncomfortable.
It usually only happens when I'm drunk. Because I think it's a great idea.
Fantastic.
The only impression that I can do is the extremely old woman on SpongeBob SquarePants from the chocolate episode. My wife is telling me that that's untrue, but that's the only accent I think I can do.
What's interesting? I can't do a lot of accents, but if I've had much to drink, I do turn Irish.
I mean, so does everybody.
I've seen the tape of this so many times, but at one point I was at a bar. We've just completely stopped talking about the games at this point, but okay. I was at a bar and someone was messing with one of my friends, so I walked over there, and it was sort of like, hey, this doesn't have anything to do with you. And I was like, yeah, but you mess with one of us. You mess with us all. Didn't mean to. Did not intend that, but it just kind of happened.
Yeah. No, it happens to the best of us, I suppose.
But back to Dragonshire, or back to Infernal Shrines.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember anything specific that happened on that map that I wanted to ask about. So we talked about the hooks and how unfortunate it was that they kept finding the wrong target. You guys definitely seem extremely. Actually, several times it felt like there were invades happening on one another's camps and just insanely pitched battles that were going on, which you guys end up having slight advantage because at least in the Dragonshire game you had the global. But is that something you guys normally do, or is it specifically because they invaded you, you just had to invade them back?
I don't think it's necessarily anything specific about our playstyle. I think that especially Ace and I on our team are good at identifying when we have small advantages and trying to push them into bigger advantages. So if we see something like someone is rotated out into mid lane, even, we can try to take a fight in bottom lane in that 8 seconds or so before they could get back. And I think it leads to us trying to make a lot of really quick plays, especially off of how decisively Maiev can make an engage happen, and then how well the Blaze can follow up, like you said.
Yeah, and on the Infernal Shrines game, we invaded their Bruiser camp because their invade gave us level 10. If I remember correctly. Maybe that was later that they invaded on, but nonetheless, we just walked over and took it because they were half level off 10. And what are they going to do? Say no? No, they don't get to... We just get to invade the camp, and that's the end of that. There's nothing they can do to prevent us from just walking in and taking the Bruiser.
All right. And then the last question I have, I've asked you this before, but I always give people a chance to talk about it. Why are you all named Durotan's Couch?
You asked us this last time.
What did I just say?
I know, but you can ask other teams that, but you're asking the same team that. That is a distinction that I think needs to be made here.
I always ask that because I never know who's in chat, and I always think it's valuable to let people talk about the reason why they picked a name.
Oh, I want to get the reference up here.
While Ace is doing that, I can speak to why I am Durotan's couch this season, and that is for the last couple of seasons, which team I was on ended up being a little bit in flux. I was on Lurk Patrol for 2 seasons ago and 3 seasons ago. Last season, I was on Platform, which is a team that existed for exactly 1 season. And almost everyone that was on that team was at one point on Durotan's couch. And I kind of noticed, I've never sat on the couch. I would like to have that on my Heroes of the Storm resume. Like, all the best people have sat on the couch for at least a season. And so I decided that, season 13 was my time.
That does make a lot of sense. That's not similar, but I can also put the fact that I was on Yavapai on my resume and just frustrate a lot of the devs.
We loved casting them at least once a season just to make sure we could say their team name exactly once.
I made it a point to at least once every time that we cast them to say the entire team name, whatever it happened to be that season.
Oh, I cast them yesterday, and I changed their name to their entire name on the overlay.
Oh, amazing. I want to make sure that overlays next time scale it down so it's like 1/3 the original width that it should be. Did you even spell out all the names and everything, not just acronyms?
Yes. Actually, let me go ahead and change it on this so you can see what it looked like. It was kind of ridiculous. Although last season was even more ridiculous. They weirdly enough got more normal this season.
Yeah. All right, so the image I put in chat is the crotchety axe guy, as he is mentioned in the WoW wiki. However, it looks kinda in the general area of Durotan's crotch. And so that's the origin of that, and they changed it to a word close to that and called it Durotan's couch. And therefore, that's where it has come from, is now you just go and sit on the couch that hasn't been cleaned since the portrait released in way too long ago.
So I just updated the overlay on the stream, so that's the way it looked
there
the
it
whole
is.
time.
Perfect.
Oh, it's atrocious. I love it.
In Season 5, it was even worse, because when I was actually on the team, it was Yavapai County Municipal Youth Chess Club and Swim Team 5. The Yavapai County Municipal Youth Chess Club and Swim Team swims back.
God. That is truly horrific. Congratulations.
One of our claims
now they
to
should
fame...
just make the Y next season stand for that whole thing. Just keep stacking it on each season. So that way it continues to just be Inception. But so by the time we hit NGS season 20, it's actually just an entire novel in an acronym. Would be incredible. All right, I think we've ruined your stream appropriately.
You can always ruin it more, but I will go over and let you do any shout-outs you need to give.
Yeah, thank you for having us for this interview, Raka, and shout out to Durotan's Couch for letting Ace and I sit on it this season. Definitely clip that out of context, Weenus. Thank you to you for replay casting this match. Thank you to NGS for being awesome. And I promise that that's not self-congratulatory at all. Thank you to Gen.M for being awesome people. Definitely going to continue playing games with you whenever we can, especially during the off-season. Thank you to Ace for playing Maev and allowing us to win games for it. Thank you to my wife for putting up with the fact that I do this and yelling all the time. Thank
I heard something in the background.
She muttered all the time. Yeah, I think that that's it for me. Raka, if you have any shout outs you want to give, now's the time to do it.
So, I do want to also go ahead and shout out I actually had one and then it went away. But yeah, I will also shout out NGS, which is also not self-congratulatory, but
It's probably because you weren't expecting me to give it back to you for additional shoutouts. That's not traditional
it's not.
interview conduct.
You're ruining everything. How dare you?
That's. I mean, what's the point of getting power if you can't abuse it a little bit?
But yeah, no, here's the thing, and a lot of people may not know this. I was actually a caster for Heroes Lounge years and years and years ago, obviously in the before times, and NGS is I like it better than NGS. I'm not gonna say NGS is better. I don't want to start a fight, but it's
You can say that here. Don't worry.
There is no more
won't
Heroes
tell 'em.
Lounge Gen.A, so it's not like it'd even be a fight.
But so I'm really glad NGS is here. Just a lot of the stuff just feels a little bit more people are people, if that makes sense. But I also want to thank out or shout out to CCS because they were the ones that got me into the competitive scene, and also Kai Berry who bothered and harassed me until I actually started playing. Because every single time I'd go, I'd be like, "Yeah, I really wish I could find a team," and she's like, "Go sign up, stupid."
The aggressive friendship method of it.
Absolutely. But yep, that is it for me. For everyone else, my name has been Raka. If you don't know who I am, how did you get here?
Raid.
From one of the multiple raids.
So if you cannot talk in chat and you're just like, okay, I've been hanging around for a while and this is awesome, but I wish I could say something, follow the channel. I do have a, it doesn't require you to follow the chat. It's not followers only. I hate that. But there are security in place that you have to verify your account with email and phone. And you might be like, I don't really want to give my phone number to Twitch so much because they suck with data security. But I also have hate rates, so just follow the channel for a day and then you can talk. So next time we do this, next time Ektar forces me to do this, then you'll be able to talk just fine.
How many channel points you got left, Ektar?
Sub 1,000. So it's going to be a hot minute.
Hold on, I got 3,500. One more day, I think we can get there.
That is definitely how that works.
Oh, I see why you want to be doing an interview. You're like, we just have to keep her online. That way she will.
Farm them up. Click those gifts, everybody.
Oh man, I'm so mad at a friend of mine for not streaming tonight. I'm at 104,000.2 channel points. I need 105,000 to get VIP, and he's not streaming tonight.
Big bummer there.
Terrible. But all right, I will let you guys go, and I will go to bed because it is 1 a.m. here.
Deplorable.
I know. And of course I work tomorrow because I work every day.
As a hard volunteer of the NGS, thank you very much for your service.
No, this is the fun job. The other job is the real job.
What, you mean
NGS
NGS
pays real money?
Dang.
Actually,
hey, subscriptions are real money.
I was like, it pays a little bit. It pays for my internet, so yay.
Nice. Always good to have that.
Anyway, we're going to go right over to Volkamer. Anyone that's still here, because he's still playing, and I was ready.
Yo, we did forget a shout out. Shout out to Valk's mom.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I didn't end up actually saying it.
Well, we do now. Thanks, Raka.
My pleasure.
But don't leave yet, because staying for the raid gets you an extra 250 channel points.
Oh boy, that ReplayCast will be here before I know it.
All right, raid has happened.
It sure has.
And I had just ticked up to 1,000